Hello everyone, Strawberry Syrup here. I don't quite know how to start this video, but there is something that I need to make a video about. The Now That's What I Call Music series is most likely 95% chance that it is done. I just haven't really been looking much at whether the cover's been out and whether the track list has been out, and I just honestly, I just don't even really. It's not. I'm invested in other pursuits right now, but occasionally I do look up to see what the album cover looks like. Mildly interesting, and then I realized that it is late July 26th, 27th, and it is not here yet at all. So I got a little suspicious. Sprinkler, extremely rude. Splatter on my phone. Sorry about that. I got a little suspicious. So I texted, I kind of have to say this. I texted Jeff Moscow and asked if there would be a Now 91. And he said that he doesn't know, and that he wasn't told to compile a track list, or he didn't make a track list for the album. If in case you don't know, Jeff is the guy who ever since the fourth Now volume has been making all of the Now track lists and organizing everything together ever since along with the help of a couple other people. I don't know, they have a bunch of people on their team, but he's the main guy. And he texted me, that there would be no, that he didn't know whether there would be a Now 91. So, that's concerning. Another thing that's concerning is a lot of Now fans apparently have been freaking out because the Now That's What I Call Music social media page has not posted in almost a month. Since late June, they have not posted anything. So we don't quite know what's going on with that. It's a bit confusing, but it looks like it will be the end for the series because the albums for the past 14 years have been coming out February, May, August, November. February, May, August, November. February, May. Sometimes they move it back and it'll be January, April, July, October, or January, May, July, November, February, April, August, whatever. Sometimes they do that. But there has been no news at all about Now 91, which is supposed to come out next week. If it were here, if it actually were, if we had the cover and the track list and everything. So my theory is either the series is done, in which case, I'll get to that. I'll get to what I have to say about that, which I think it most likely is. I really don't think. I don't think the guy who compiles the track list said that he doesn't know when the next album will be, and the social media account for the album hasn't even been posting for the past month. So that alone should kind of tell you that that doesn't really need to be explained. That they're most likely done because they're not selling anymore. I mean, they're CDs with maybe like 15, 17, 16 songs on there, only like 10 of which are memorable hit songs or hit songs at all. And at most, the track lists are becoming messier. They're putting a bunch of songs on there, a handful of songs per album that are unheard of, or so that's the most likely thing. The only other possible explanation is that they are switching to a streaming only, and that they will release the album on streaming only as a playlist on the first Friday of August. But that wouldn't really make sense, because that if they're making it into a playlist, then they might as well make it into a CD. And if they're doing streaming only albums, then that means that they don't need a compiler anymore, because you don't need licensing. You don't need licensing requirements for streaming only. But on the other hand, there's no reason really for the compilation album series to exist if they're not going to make it into CDs, because that's the main thing. That's the I think most likely the series is done for, which, I mean, it was inevitable. At some point it was going to have to stop, and I knew it was going to be soon. I it's a little surprising, because I thought that if they did stop, it would have been years ago. It would have been around the time of the pandemic. The series, the popularity of the albums has taken a big hit with the COVID pandemic, and it has never really recovered from that. A lot of things have never really recovered from that. But on the other hand, CD sales this year have actually increased. CDs now this year, compared to 2021, they occupied maybe 1.5% of the physical release music format, and now they occupy 3% of the market. So, and this is in large part due to artists like Taylor Swift kind of reviving interest in physical media, and as well as the 2010s nostalgia, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. I have to make a video about that. The 2010s nostalgia. Oh Lord, we're going to hell. Anyway, yeah, that's increased the sales of CDs. Definitely, people are interested in going to thrift shops and getting themselves CDs from 10, 15, 20 years ago. The 2000s and 2010s nostalgia, which I think is just crazy. I mean, like, I understand why they're nostalgic. Like, I lived through those times, and they, but it's crazy that we're now at the point where we're in hell. We're in such a terrible hell that we're nostalgic for 15 years ago. It's so strange. Anyway, yeah, come on. Let's be real. The series is done. I wanted to see them get to 100. At the very least, get to 100. Like, why did they skip the 90s? They stopped and their last album was now 90? Like, that just doesn't make sense. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm filming outside because I've been trying to make it a habit to do daily walks. And I just so happened to be walking outside, and I thought, I was like, I was going to make a video, and then I completely forgot, and then I remembered. I was like, I was going to make a video today. So, taking a walk, trying not to show people that much. This camera, for some reason, is super zoomed in on my face. I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to make it go further back, but maybe if I do that, I'll show some license plates and whatever, and I don't know if I want to do that. But on the other hand, I am turning 18 next year, which is crazy. And then that brings me into another conversation, which is, what am I going to do with this channel? Now, before the Now series, before I found out that the Now series was going to be over, I actually recorded a video saying that I wanted to do different things with this channel, that I wanted to, I still want to do music related content. I still want to, explore, do some video editing, practicing. What I really wanted to do was do reaction videos with my dad. For example, the first thing that came to my mind was that new Charlie XCX album. Everyone's talking about it. I don't know. I don't know. But I was then thinking about this, and it reminded me that I wanted to do something different with my channel. And then that reminded me that I wanted to make videos with my dad reacting to new pop songs, new pop albums, and I think I'm ready to do that. The only thing is I would really have to commit to it, and I can try it one time, maybe 5-10 times, and see how it works. And I can also take suggestions. If any of you guys want to suggest content, please suggest content to me, because I have a lot to share with people. Like I have stories and stuff, and you guys don't even really know who I am. I call myself Trevortney Disturbed, but there's a whole reason I call myself that. And pretty much the entire time that I've been on this channel, I've been posting about now that's what I call music CDs, which are, I mean, something that very few people are even talking about, and pretty much almost no one is making the type of content that I am about this topic, because it is kind of obscure, and to be frank, in 2024 it is kind of irrelevant. Like, honestly, I'm sorry, as much as I love the series and the concept of compilation albums, and as much as the series really introduced me to a wide variety of music and really got the ball rolling with my interest with pop music, and introduced me to some of the songs, a lot of songs that I still to this day consider my favorite of all time. I really don't feel like it has a place in the 2020s, in the age of streaming. In the age that anyone can make their own playlist. It sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. I wish we could go back to the age of physical media. My dad was telling me what we lost with digital, with streaming. I sound like Joe Biden right now. Oh, that'll get me canceled. Anyway, what we lost with vinyl albums is you used in the 80s and 90s and 70s, you used to be able to take a vinyl record and open it up and see your artist pictures and the lyrics and everything and the date and the information about the songs. And you can't really do that anymore. I mean, you can do that with Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Drake, Morgan Wallen. Who's releasing vinyls these days? A lot of artists are releasing vinyls. But are they doing it the same way that it was done in the 70s and 80s? I don't know, because I don't spend $50 on a Taylor Swift tortured listeners department. I'm stealing a joke from Adosa Buckley, but that's such a good joke. Anyway, yeah, I'm not spending $50, $30 on Taylor Swift. If you have money to invite me to a concert, I'll go, because I know a lot of Taylor Swift songs, but I'm not going if I'm paying for the ticket. Anyway, that's the problem with me, is that I bring up one little thing in a video, and then I take like 10, 20, 30 seconds, maybe a whole minute, 5 minutes to rant about it, and then I try to return to the other thing. I'm going to be doing that a lot, and if I end up making videos here, which I want to do. You know, I started YouTube 2016. I was 9 years old. I made my first channel, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was 9 years old. I didn't know how the internet worked, and I just wanted to be myself and make my own fun, enjoyable content and just be myself. And I had fun doing that, and eventually it landed me in some trouble. And then for about a year, I couldn't post anymore. And then I tried to post again, and I was being myself and making my own videos, but I was having an identity crisis, and I wasn't really having fun anymore. And then I tried a new thing, and I stopped it, and I tried another thing, and I stopped it. And then COVID happened, and I had all this time on my hands, and I didn't take advantage of it, and I still don't know what I want to do. I'm getting more of an idea of what I want to do. I'm turning 18 next year, which is crazy, in half a year, turning 18. I don't know, that just terrifies me. And I have a whole video to make. Guys, I have so much stuff to talk about. I just want to, this is Trevortney Disturbed. You guys know me as Trevortney Disturbed. I just want to make videos. Who am I? What am I doing here? What the hell? You know, I've always wanted to have a channel where I could just talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I'm sorry, I don't want to curse, because I don't like cursing, but sometimes it just comes out of me, you know? I could really use it. A video diary series, and talking about music and just being myself, and whoever watches, whoever doesn't. So I just hope you guys understand that. I did post a video a couple days ago. It was just an idea I had, something I thought about, and I just asked, why not make it into a video? yeah, I want to make videos about other things. I want to try new things, and I'm sick of always being, you know, scared, like, oh, no one's gonna watch it, no one's gonna do this, no one's gonna do that. Because I don't know. As long as it's not completely random out of the blue, as long as it's at least somewhat related to music, I trust that you guys, or at least somebody, will find it interesting. But anyway, I've already made this super long, and these cars are mad because I spent too much time recording this video instead of looking at them. But whatever, they'll get over it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. So I'm gonna go in a building right now. But yeah, please leave comments. Talk to me in the comment section. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Say literally anything, and I'll keep you posted. You know, it's a beautiful day out. All right, I don't know how to end this. I'm just gonna press stop.